You wanted something to save, you wanted something to tame. You wanted me to come running when you called my name. You wanted something to train, girl, that you could keep on the chain, girl. Ever since you laid eyes on me, you've been barking up the wrong damn tree. Girl! Hail to the commanders! Hail and next one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. It's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the horse.
Now we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Minnesota Vikings. 3 quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. At their own.
Yard line. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones.
Aaron
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
4-yard line.
Here we go.
Now McCarthy. His first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
They came into this week with a winning record. They didn't feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
70, go.
To throw is Daniels. Pass caught. It's Lane with it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up second and a yard.
This play caller does a nice job of giving an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
They'll run here with a rookie. Able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
Washington, first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
And down here, first and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Here's Daniels. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Jalen Lane, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Vikings, nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. A dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Up the middle, Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
He was taken back.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. You talk about this Washington defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
He'll be stopped at the 35, and now the 40 picks up 7 yards.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Here's 3rd and 9. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. That one complete to Miller. This is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Going for it, here's McCarthy. He's got his target, that's complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
A gain of 9 yards.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On play action, now McCarthy. He throws there incomplete. Vikings sit 4-8 now on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
When you run a screen pass really well, you gotta like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, and then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
McCarthy going to throw again. Working in the middle of the field, he's going to incomplete. And he will have a Vikings first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it, but as you said, they picked it up. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
That's another.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
1st and 10.
Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
That boy showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On play action, McCarthy. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And Hawkinson going to have the Vikings first down as he's down to the 12.
Vikings First down. First and
After
10
one,
at the
7-0
12-yard line.
on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
An inside give to Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 of the 6. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
60 Bison.
Looking to throw McCarthy. And it's caught. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's McCarthy. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's Krosky-Merritt to start the drive. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12, but a 1st down. A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are mixing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
He gets it complete to Jackson. 36 yards. This to the 25 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play.
25-yard line.
Throwing now is Daniels. It's Jackson again on the reception. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play.
It's a gain.
And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd
Hey,
down.
let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And running with power here. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
That's another Washington Commanders 1st down. 1st and goal, Washington.
Now a handoff to Rodriguez. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And goal at the 7-yard line.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Tyree Jackson, 7-yard touchdown ground. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Matt Gay to kick off for Washington.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it really well? The ice a little bit like, hey, didn't you practice in that color jersey? Now the one that you're throwing into, maybe you have to be starting with whatever it's going to take to get the message. It has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. From the 33, here's a 2nd and 7.
Here we go, shot.
Now the toss to Jones, running right. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down, quickly to gain it. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Go.
3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. And he bats it away and it falls down into the wind.
Not many moves just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
Here's Lane. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
This is caught at the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A huge play there for Washington. 67 yards. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him down for 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he certainly can get it done.
What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
To the air goes Daniels. That's called crossing Merritt with it. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Ready.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Daniels looking to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
An excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
Day's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Will Reichard to kick off.
A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. And I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Buffalo 18. Bronco 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Into the hands of Perry, complete. And takes this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Rig alert. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready.
Back to throw again. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go to the top of a smaller DB and hold that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Viking 18.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Incomplete. That's Perry. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Working out of the gun, Daniels. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Like what they tried to do there, they didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came up with a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap, came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
They'll look to throw again. Looking for the corner, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown,
From
Washington.
19 yards away. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally. This will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
The kick is good.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 24.
Vikings nothing. Matt Gay to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down in the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
One thing I do know is offensive linemen like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play and maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there and you just put your head and your shoulders down and get that, you get the respect of the big guys up front.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Throwing is McCarthy. He lets one go deep for Addison. And almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. He's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
To the air with McCarthy. And he whips it incomplete there.
Downside scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, you're the offensive line. Your big concern, protecting your quarterback, and even a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the right side, complete to Jefferson. They'll take this to the other side of the field. Going out of bounds. They'll get 17 back there, but it'll still be a 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
And the Vikings 1st down.
Now McCarthy. Open man, he's got him to tight end Hawkinson. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And then thrown incomplete.
Jefferson.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sideline and in the huddle looking at each other.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That is incomplete.
The game's not working sometimes. You just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Sticking with the pass, here's McCarthy. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards.
That's another.
So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Eddie Goldman in on that play defensively, and he finishes it off behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
McCarthy operating from the gun. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They're guaranteed they approach this one with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Bobby Wagner multiple times an All-Pro in there to drop him for a loss. And here's Ryan right now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now this is fielded in the end zone. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. A big hit there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Good drive. And the ball is knocked out. And this belongs to the Vikings.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call backed up or coming out on offense.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Unlock line, unlock line. Go.
Daniels with a give to Krosky-Merritt. And some space here. And they work this out past the 25. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Commanders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now Daniels. Looking left side, and he's got it in. That's Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the jump.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
75.
They go play action. Daniels. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are. Let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch your team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from walking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Off the play fake, Daniels. Working the middle of the field, and he's got him there complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
On first down, it's Krosky Meredith. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. These situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Second and 11 at the 9-yard line.
Off the option, it's Jones. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. But the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, third. He's had nowhere.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he can actually pick one of these runs. He takes care of the ball.
They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up fourth down.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. What I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
On a 48-yard punt, give them 9, though, on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2 yards to go, second down.
Here we go, Scott. Cougar 19.
Again, it's Krosky Merritt. Shifts by him. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
of 12 yards.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. The clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Well, run here with Rodriguez. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Third down and 6.
It's third down and 6.
18 Cardinal, 8, go!
A run inside, Krosky Merritt. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6, he got about 5. Fourth down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. They'll run for it with Krosky Merritt. So it's Washington getting the victory here. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
So they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Washington, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis,
handsome Lagosian, name ring bells on both sides of the ocean. Falsetto Vanessa, swoon baby girl I wear out of the stretcher. She be like, you a part-timer, I'm an all-timer. You a viral artist, I will offline you. Stay far from y'all criers, bar for bar sire. Team full of stars and they all fire. I don't spill words, I Spielberg on a beat. Make a movie, yeah, it's the return of the G. Show them the way, cause they real nerds on the street like Braille. The way I make them feel words on the sheet. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me. The sun gon' rise, the earth gon' spin. Toby gon' kill this beat, a chef gon' cook. You still don't get no looks. No better than Tech Bro Shook. Sticks and stones will break some bones, but your words can't hurt cause you ain't read no books. Stay woke, take notes, joke. Don't look shattered like broke glass. I'ma shine till they blind, pour the blinds out. You online making threats, make them sign out. I redefine routes. We the ones Chris Webber call a timeout. Around and find out. Got no respect for these dudes who doctor the message. The Jekyll on records, it's too late to hide out. Pull rank and file out. People style, I'm a wild out. Shorty gon' holler out. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me. I wake up every morning, look in the mirror and I thank God. Every morning, look in the mirror, salute a real one and I thank God, he's so good. I wake up every morning, look in the mirror and I thank God. He's so good. He's so good. B-Town's finest, handsome Lagosian. Name ring bells on both sides of the ocean. Falsetto finesse, swoon baby girl I wear out of a stretcher. She be like,
stay with me. You ain't gotta go, you can with me. We could hang out, do the day with me. You tryna be a man, it could stay friendly. We could do the beach, we could hang out. Yes, her and the E go to my house. You can spend the night till we wake up. Do it all again, cause it ain't mud. What is this love? What are we waiting for? Life can be tough.